Hello fight fans, thanks for joining us at MMA Insider. Before we get rolling with today's news, show some love by hitting that like button and subscribing. Now let's uncover the latest happenings in MMA. Starting off, Jon Jones teases his return in November, fires back at Tom Aspinall and his UFC 304 co-main event. Lastly, Joe Rogan calls for UFC to make changes to current rule set. UFC heavyweight champion Jon Jones has announced his return before the promotion got a chance to formally share it. Jones hasn't fought since securing the then vacant UFC heavyweight title by submitting Cyril Gane at UFC 285 last year. He was supposed to face Stipe Miocic at UFC 295 in November before suffering a torn pectoral, resulting in his withdrawal. Many have wondered when Jones will return, and it appears we finally have some answers thanks to a deleted tweet from the UFC legend. In a recently deleted tweet, Jones appeared to announce his UFC return for November 9th at Madison Square Garden. Here is what he said: "November 9th, Madison Square Garden, here I come, baby." In a follow-up, Jones reacted to the news of Tom Aspinall versus Curtis Blaydes being booked for UFC 304. Curtis versus Tom for the official #1 contender spot. After Jones's UFC 295 withdrawal, an interim heavyweight title fight between Aspinall and Sergey Pavlovich was added on days' notice, with Aspinall earning a first-round knockout win. Jones is arguably the greatest UFC fighter of all time after a legendary run inside the octagon. Before a 3-year hiatus from competition leading up to UFC 285, he enjoyed multiple title reigns as the promotion's light heavyweight champion. Joe Rogan is calling for the UFC to make changes to its current rule set. This is not the first time Rogan has suggested changing the rules when it comes to MMA fighting. On his latest podcast, Rogan shared his thoughts. Here is what he said: "The rules are set up much more for strikers than for wrestlers. Say you're a jiu-jitsu guy and you're fighting in the first round, and rounds are 5 minutes long, and you take the guy down at 4 minutes and 30 seconds. You only have 30 seconds to work. If it's boring for the audience, tough. I feel like the fight should be a fight, so if it's 5 rounds, that's a 25-minute fight. Whatever position you're in at the end of the first round, that should be where you begin in the second." What do you think of Joe Rogan's verbiage regarding changes he feels should be incorporated into MMA rules? Share your thoughts in the comment section. Thank you so much for tuning into today's video. Your dedication and support fuel our passion to bring you the latest and greatest in the MMA world. If you enjoyed today's news, please give us a thumbs up and share it with fellow MMA fans. Remember to subscribe to stay in the loop with daily MMA updates. We've got a lot of exciting news, interviews, and analysis coming your way every single day. Your engagement helps us grow and serve the MMA community even better. Once again, thank you for being an integral part of our daily MMA journey.